Has a video game ever made you angry?
아 진짜 봤는데도 못 쏘는 병신이 있나 진짜. 내가 병신이.
Stole your likeness?
Oh my god, it looks just like me.
Ever bought a game that disappointed you? Was broken at launch? And for some, that was good enough reason to sue. So today, we're gonna take a look at the craziest lawsuits to ever hit the world of gaming. I'm Kev, and without further ado, let's get to objection. Sustain yourself. I'll mention it. Please subscribe to the channel as it really helps out with the YouTube algorithm judges. Now, without further ado, I'm Kev, and let's go to trial. It's right here. Ivy is a Korean pop star. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children is a movie that is a sequel to the original PlayStation 1 game, Final Fantasy VII. When Phantom Entertainment decided to produce a music video with Ivy, where she's dressed in cosplay as the character Tifa from the film, and create one of its iconic fight scenes, things got ugly. Since the music video was a commercial product and a highly successful one at that, and all the character likenesses were used without permission, the legal hand of Final Fantasy's owners, Square Enix, swooped in with a copyright infringement lawsuit. Also, to make matters worse, it is said that the music video used modified scenes from the actual film. Square Enix would come out on top as Phantom Entertainment was ordered by the Korean court to pay 300 million won, approximately $244,000 US, in damages to Square. Undeterred, Phantom Entertainment appealed the case and then was ordered to pay even more, 400 million won, which is $325,000 US, for the copyright violation. They say it's better to quit while you're ahead. In this case, maybe it was better that they just quit while they were already down. Here we take things to the edge, literally and figuratively. Often called the trademark troll, Tim Langell is responsible for getting the award-winning mobile game Edge removed from the Apple Store. Ever wonder how the first Soul Calibur game was called Soul Edge instead of Soul Calibur? Seems you can thank Tim. This is because Tim claimed he owned the word Edge within the games industry. The company he founded, Edge Games, made barely known titles such as Garfield's Big Fat Hairy Deal and Snoopy and the Peanuts. Tim Langell would go into lawsuits with Cybernet Systems Corporation over their game Edge of Extinction, and then with New World Computing for their game Plants Edge. He even went after the big companies, Marvel for their titles Cutting Edge, Over the Edge, and Double Edge. Then he went to Sony over their PlayStation Edge. There's more companies he went after, but I'm at the edge of how much I can stand of this guy. During some of these trials, I've read articles that said Langell concocted false evidence and created witnesses that didn't exist. Plus, the rumor is that his wife wrote his own Wikipedia page to make his company look more legit. After all, they hadn't created a game in decades. The wiki page has since been updated, less citations needed. Thankfully, he's been a lot quieter in recent years, as in 2009, Electronic Arts petitioned the US Patent and Trademark Office to cancel a range of registrations associated with Edge Games. Edge Games have been threatening legal action against EA's Mirror's Edge game. Go figure. The result ended in Edge Games surrendering its trademarks on the word Edge. Edge by Moby Games was then able to return to the App Store. A nice happy ending. Yay! At what point does the dance you create become yours? Many popular online video games are known for giving you the ability to emote in-game, and very popular are the dance emotes. The phenomenally successful battle royale video game Fortnite by Epic Games fell in hot water for their dance emote, The Carlton, which was made popular by Alfonso Ribeiro from the show The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where he played Carlton Banks and where we were introduced to the dance. Ribeiro filed a lawsuit against Epic Games alleging they ripped off his moves. Then other artists followed in Ribeiro's footsteps, no pun intended, and began their lawsuit against Fortnite. Rapper Terrence 2 Milli Ferguson and Russell Horning, better known as the Backpack Kid from his infamous Floss dance. Ribeiro was also suing Take-Two Interactive for using his dance in their game, NBA 2K. With Fortnite being a virtual cash cow, the dance creators believe they should be compensated and credited for their dances. The law firm Pierce, Bainbridge, Beck, Price, and Hecht defended all three of them, but that may just be a coincidence. The lawsuits were brought to a halt, though, from a Supreme Court ruling at the time that designated you have to have actually the copyright before you could sue someone for it. Alfonso Ribeiro had still been waiting to hear back from the Copyright Office on his dance, and Backpack Kid had filed no copyright. The lawsuits were then dismissed for the moment. But things would only get worse for Ribeiro as the Copyright Office Performing Arts Division rejected his application, saying that the Carlton dance was just a simple dance routine, so if he wanted to actually claim it as a choreographic dance, they could not do that. They must refuse it. This doesn't doom Ribeiro's case, but it does weaken it, and as of this writing, the case is still ongoing. Can you copyright a tattoo? That's what Solid Oak Sketches claimed when they went after Take-Two Interactive's NBA 2K 2016 for their use of tattoos on the players LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Kenyon Martin, DeAndre Jordan, and Eric Bledsoe. Solid Oak Sketches claimed that the players' tattoos were unauthorized reproductions of their designs. Copyright law for tattoos never had been formalized in law at that point. Eventually, the proceedings would side with Take-Two, with the judges stating that the tattoos were too small and indistinct. And further, the players' quick and erratic movements up and down the basketball court make it difficult to discern even the undefined dark shading. Second Life, where you can do just that, live a second life, at least virtually. Artist Richard Minsky wanted to do just that with his art. Already recognized internationally as a leader in the field of book art, at least that's what I got off his website, wanted an online avenue for his art. Enter Second Life, where Minsky opened an art gallery where he could resell art acquired from other users and start an online art magazine. He just needed a name, picking the name SLART because he claimed it sounded great, and its humorous connotation of meaning sluts fart, or sleep fart, and a person who's a mixture of slut and tart. He then looked online and finding that it wasn't widely used, he filed for a trademark, and it was accepted in 2008. One day in his Second Life, he came across an art gallery called SLART Garden. The avatar in charge of it was Victor Venzina. Minsky sent a cease and desist message to Victor. Victor didn't bother to respond, so Minsky went to Linden Labs, the company behind Second Life, demanding they take down Victor's gallery. Linden Labs refused, and refused to acknowledge Minsky's trademark, so Minsky took them to court. Both the then CEO and chairman of Linden Labs, as well as Victor Venzina, who was still missing. Linden Labs had refused to give up his information. Minsky eventually dropped the charges against Victor because he was never able to find him. Hence, he was never able to serve him. So good one, Victor. Linden Labs retaliated back with a petition to the USPTO to cancel registration of Minsky's trademark, claiming Minsky lied about not knowing other meanings of SL letters, because if you think about it, SL can stand for Second Life, therefore SLART could just mean Second Life Art. After much back and forth, the two parties reached an agreement to an undisclosed settlement. Minsky's SLART trademark was then canceled.
SLART.
Nintendo turned me into an evil occult Pokemon character. These were the words of magician Uri Gellar, who filed a lawsuit against the gaming company Nintendo in 2003, alleging they stole his identity, name, and signature image in the wildly popular Pokemon card game. Gellar became famous as a psychic entertainer for reading people's minds and spoon bending. The Pokemon character Kadabra also uses spoons, Curious though is the name of the Pokemon. See, in the US it's called Kadabra, but in Japan it's known as Gellar, and there's a good and bad version of the character. Also, Kadabra has a star on its forehead, which Gellar claimed is a Nazi SS symbol. The lawsuit would cause Nintendo to cease making the Kadabra card for 20 years, until finally Gellar lost his suit in 2020. On Twitter, Gellar was very apologetic.
It was all when I went to the lawyers stupidly. Gellar, Kadabra, thanks very, very much for all your nice messages. Bless you all, and Pokemon, Gellar, Kadabra is free finally. Mwah.
One of the greatest mysteries in gaming was who the hell was the bikini girl in Grand Theft Auto 5. Names were thrown around like actress Yvonne Strahovski and model Candice Swanepoel, or YouTuber iJustine. Don't worry, I'll get to who it really is, but one person that thought it was them was the infamous Lindsay Lohan. The Mean Girls Freaky Friday star went after Take-Two Interactive, publisher of GTA 5. What started with a 10-page complaint that actually misspelled her name at one point turned into a 67-page complaint that talks about common interests among all celebrities, actors, singers, and athletes to protect their likeness, personas, and misappropriation by unscrupulous merchandisers. Lohan is not a noob when it comes to lawsuits.
Shut up. Shut up. I didn't say anything.
She sued E-Trade for a commercial that featuring a milkaholic baby named Lindsay.
And that milkaholic Lindsay wasn't over?
Lindsay?
Milka what?
Then she sued Pitbull for naming her in a song. With GTA 5, she took offense with one of the in-game missions, where you must rescue an actress from paparazzi, as well as a promotional bikini girl photo claiming that Take-Two used a lookalike model to evoke the persona and image of her.
Can you give me a ride past them, please? I'm hardly wearing any makeup!
Her lawyers presented this photo of her in 2007 as proof. Take-Two came back wanting the lawsuit dismissed and demanding sanction against Lohan, saying, her claim is so legally meritless that it lacks any good faith basis and can have only been filed for publicity purposes. Lindsay and her squad of lawyers held strong, especially when it came to the peace sign, stating the plaintiff has been using the peace sign hand gesture for years, before and after its use in the video game. Because that's what Lindsay Lohan's known for, throwing up the peace sign. Yeah. Eventually, the real model used in the game was revealed. No, not Kate Upton, as Shelby Weilander. Model, now turned journalist, revealed in a Games Radar interview that she was hired by one of the game's producers through her modeling agency. She even provided her pay invoice as further proof. In the end, the 5-judge panel ruled that Lohan's suit was without merit, since GTA 5 didn't use her actual name or image in the game. The court also added that even if GTA's character was close enough to represent the real Lohan, this video game's unique story, characters, dialogue, and environment, combined with the player's ability to choose how to proceed in the game, render it a work of fiction and satire, which means it's protected under that little thing called the First Amendment. Well, Lindsay may have lost the case, but if it was a publicity stunt, in that case, she won.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Did you like the list? Please leave a comment below on what you thought was the craziest one of all of them. Which crazy video game lawsuits did I miss? I know I missed plenty. Please subscribe and click the bell icon to stay up to date on our latest videos. I'm Kev at Game Nerd Legacy, signing off. Until